Alright guys, welcome into the video. This is going to be our top 3 good tips for how to stream and our top 3 tips on what not to do while streaming. Now everything that has its exception, some of it is good, some of it is bad. It's all about finding what suits you as a streamer. I myself am a community-based streamer. I go around and I network and talk with people and try to grow as a streamer. So I'm going to show you some of the tips and tricks that I picked up over the last 3 years streaming that I think will help you and help other smaller creators that, you know, don't quite know how to pick up this sort of stuff. So we're going to start out with something very, very simple. Something that I think all streamers should know about. And for some reason, they just don't seem to get it. So let's go over to this overlay. We'll talk about the overlay afterwards. But I want to show you guys to start with what most people have access to as a streamer. You know, we have our chat bots here. So as a streamer, we have access to various tools so we can monitor who is in chat and what they're doing and what they're saying and all those sorts of things. And one of the big ones is our viewer list. So right here we have a viewer list of who is currently in our stream. So I can see like No Skill 7 here. Wonderful streamer, you should go check him out. But if you look at the chat here, I can see who is chatting. And then I can look over here and I can see who is viewing. Now we're going to do something. I have talked about this in advance with a friend of mine who is currently live streaming. I asked him for permission to bring his stream down onto mine. And I'm going to show you what I consider to be the #1 failing of a streamer attempting to network, alright? So after showing you what we have access to, we're going to come down here and load up this streamer. I'm going to go to a windowed view because the way it was, you wouldn't be able to see what I type. This is the #1 worst thing you can do. Alright? Alright, so I don't know how well you can read that, but it says, "Hey mate, love your stuff, but I'm busy, so I will leave you up while I work." Alright? So we hit that, and then they'll close the window instantly. Now again, coding just there has access to everything that is right here on my screen. So he can see the fact that it's a lie. He can tell that I'm not still in his stream now. You know, he doesn't even have to work hard to find out. You know, as smaller creators, we do not have a huge list here in the corner of people. So guys, seriously, as a community-based streamer, do not do it. We can tell when you're lying, and all that tells us is that you are going to try and use us and lie to us instead of just being a member of our community. And it makes no sense whatsoever. Don't do it. You're wasting your time. If you want to grow as a community-based streamer, then go there and be in their stream and chat to them and chat to their viewers and interact. The best advice I can give you with that is go into make a friend. Alright? Because if you go into another stream and you make a friend, then they will come back and they will support you because you've just made a friend instead of going in and just being like, "Hey, I just want to mooch off you." I think that makes sense. I hope that helps somebody out there. Okay, #2. If you come into somebody's chat and you like to throw out YouTube links, you know, Here we go. I'll do it. Somebody throw in a YouTube link for me. Any YouTube link. It doesn't really matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that YouTube link is gone. And that took how many seconds for me to do that? So you might get one click based on that. Literally one clip. Because you posted in here. Now, let me show you something else, alright? No skills. Thank you so much for the resub. Now, let's go across here. And show something else. So, again, we're going to use coding. Damn it. He shouts me out the second I show up. But I now come in here. And I can say to Codeine, who I know and I have built a relationship with, hey, I'm doing this YouTube video. I would like to share it with your community. Are you okay with it? And because I built up a relationship with this fellow streamer, he will say yes. And all of a sudden, I have potentially 10 clicks instead of 1 click. And like, that's one of the biggest things, is being smart about where you post it. You know, being being smart about how you do it. Like, you know, you don't go into another streamer's chat and just post a link. I'm an exception. I am very much a I have the open shout out policy for both your YouTube channels and your Twitch channels. So if you come over here and you leave a follow on my Twitch channel, I am happy for you to post a link. But that's not most streamers. In fact, 99% of streamers... Yeah, go for it, no skills. But yeah, so I have the open shout out policy. So if you see this video and you come in and follow the Twitch channel and see me live, you are more than welcome to come in, say hello. Please say hello first. And then, you know, post your YouTube channel. I'm happy to share that kind of creation because that's what we're doing here. If we work together as a community, we can build a proper channel. We can build a proper situation. I am happy for that, for all of us to grow. So please, if you are a YouTube creator or a Twitch creator, we have the open shout out policy. You do not have to be a mod to do it. So please, share your content because that helps us all grow. Which brings us to my final do not do. Alright, this one drives me absolutely insane. Alright, I cannot tell you how much this makes me crazy. Please say hello before you ask a streamer to play with you. Please. You wouldn't believe how many times I have somebody come in when I am streaming Call of Duty, and instead of saying, hey, hi, how you doing? It's literally, can I play? Now, to put that into perspective, it would be like if I walked into your lounge room, you do not know me, and I sat down on your couch next to you and say, hey, can I have a turn? The internet allows us a certain amount of anonymity that I think people forget manners on. Seriously, it's something very simple. Say hello first. I'm happy to add anybody and play games with anyone. Doesn't matter what I'm playing. So, like, super simple. Say hello first. You know, guys like No Skills. He will play with most people when there's time. So when he gets a chance, he'll be like, yeah, fuck yeah, get in here. You know? It's all about making sure that you use, well, proper courtesy, you know? Now, let's talk about overlays for a second here. Now, as you can see right now, I've done some modifications to my overlay specifically for this stream. If we look across here, you can see what I consider to be one of the most typical mistakes that people make live on Twitch. Now, I'm gonna load my own stream up. But I'm gonna mute it so you guys don't get a double up on sound. It's going to be a bit of a streamception, but if you look here in the corner where I've got this chat box. Now, guys, we can see a chat box. Like, right here, we can see the chat. So having it here has absolutely no benefit to your stream. All it does is cover up potentially vital information or gameplay to your stream. Okay? These text bars up here, I have to ask, most people would have goal or follow or sub goal or something like that along there. Again, it's using up information. There are better ways to do it. For example, we come across here. So, again, we could put that information in these blank spots on this page. Alright? And having huge blank spots are not good for overlays. I don't personally like it, but they are a thing that does happen, you know? So, I can understand if somebody puts on a chat box here because it's unused real estate. So another thing you could do is slap on some social media stickers, you know, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. Links down below, guys. You know, maybe up here next to this, you could throw in a, you know, a goal. And it would make sense on this screen, but having it over your gameplay only starts to spoil your gameplay. It like takes away from what you're doing. We come to your streams and stuff to watch you play a game or interact with us. So we don't need a million pieces of information that we already have displayed on the screen. And like that's super important, is we already have access to all that information that is on your stream. So, you know, if you've got a follower goal, you know, you can set up a timer to queue in your chat and it will show your current follower goal. Or you could put it on your just chatting screen or anything like that. There are other ways to get the information across without making your overlay look super cluttered. Now, I'm just gonna fix up my overlay. I'm gonna get rid of the unnecessary stuff. Because it is literally driving me insane looking at it right now. Alright, there we go. Much, much better. I couldn't deal with it, guys. It was driving me insane. So, now let's get on to the positives. So, I touched on this a little bit earlier when I was talking about how to chat with different communities and stuff. When you go into a different Twitch channel or whatever and you notice that they are community driven like yourself, make sure you interact correctly. Make sure you treat it as if you're a guest in their channel. You're not instantly going to make best friends with the streamer, and that's fine. You want to make friends, but that is our goal as community-based streamers. Not all of us are lucky enough to play Call of Duty like some people I know. Some of us have to make up for that lacking with other methods. Mine is chatting with people. I am, for lack of a better word, I am a hoe. I love meeting new people and interacting and making new friends and stuff like that. So it's important to you know, go out there and meet new communities. That's not to say you should go out and chat with 30 different guys at once and try and be a part of all their communities, because you won't be able to. Alright? But you want to pick a couple of good communities that you want to be a part of, who make content that you enjoy. And that's important, because if you don't enjoy it, then you're not going to like being there to interact with them. And that is 100% the biggest and most important thing when community building. You know, never go into a chat and say, hey, I'm here to support you, and then disappear. Because if you will wait 5 minutes and then they will say something to you and you're already gone, and their community will see you for what you are, a mooch. So stay, chat, say hello. You will make friends. You will be able to grow as a streamer. What's up, Reb? How you doing? Alright, so we're gonna now go to the second step. Now, this is 50-50 whether or not this applies to everyone or just applies to you or whatever, but it is an important piece of streaming information that I want to get out there. Let's load up Twitch here for a second and let's open up Call of Duty. Now, as a streamer, I average between 20 to 30 viewers, and I consider myself to do pretty well. Like, when I play the right games, I do pretty well. So, I want to point out, the other day I hit a peak of 220 viewers with a raid from Barradul. So, let's say I was streaming Call of Duty. 220 viewers, it doesn't put me at the top line. It doesn't put me at this line, or this one, or this one, or this one. So we're still going. Still going. Still going. Mate, we passed it. So I would be about here on the list. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You getting the picture, right? I'm about 10 rows down. Let's say I got the same raid and I was playing Pokemon. Alright? Same raid, playing Pokemon, I'm second from the top. And Barradul is a streamer who I have supported for the last 3 and a bit years. I've been a member of his community. I've been very active. Not so much in recent months because he goes live when I'm still live, but oh, thank you, Ricky. But for the most part, most people will not change it. It will always be set like this. And when people are looking for streamers, they look for bigger streamers. So I will be here from that raid, second from the top. And even when things started, like, we all have had a big raid before, and when after about 5 minutes, a lot of the people drop off. But even after a lot of the people dropped off, I would have been here on the second line. And your positioning does matter. Like, for most people, they will click on one of these guys. And it's nothing personal against smaller streamers, but for most people, we are generally very lazy. So we will just go, click. The first couple, we'll look through and go, oh, free Pokemon. Oh, that's cool. Nuzlocke, that's not so much for me. I don't know what's going on there. I won't click that. Shiny hunting, that'd be cool. I wonder if he gives it away. So that's how we think. And we literally, as human beings, 90% of us are lazy. So we will click one of these guys. So picking a game is super important, because if I was playing Pokemon the other day, all of a sudden I'm at the top of the list, and like, that makes a big difference when you get your average viewers and stuff. So another example is Jurassic Park World, or Jurassic World Evolution. I've been enjoying playing this. But again, my average viewers put me here. So this is a very good game for someone like me who is a smaller streamer to stream. Because this will put me here. I will be the second biggest streamer playing this game. And that is why some people say numbers don't matter. And if you're trying to do this as a hobby, then numbers don't matter. If you're doing this as a hobby, just have fun and be grateful that you have people come in and join you in games. But if you're trying to make this a career, finding the right kind of position or right kind of game that you should play is important. Enjoying the game is just as important. So I love this game, so I would play this one. But like, no, browse. Let's go Valorant. I wouldn't enjoy this, but this is a perfect example. Let's say I had a, a huge follower base and stuff, but I wouldn't enjoy this game. People aren't going to watch as much, so I think I made my point there. I think that sort of stuff is super important. Picking your game is very important based on where you stand as a streamer. If you average 2 viewers and you stream Call of Duty, chances are you're not really going to be in anybody's eyes, because at 2 followers, you are right down the very, very bottom. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, that's where you are. And you might gain a follower or 2. I've met some wonderful people come into the stream playing Call of Duty and whatnot, but it's not something that you are going to be able to get massive growth, and you're not going to be able to build what I call your player base, your stream base. So I have people who will come in and watch and support no matter what I play. These are like Great Wolf and Rakia Time, and she's been one of the ones I met during Call of Duty. These people will come in and support regardless of what you play, and you need that base, okay? Like, you must have that base. Otherwise, when you do try to break out into the bigger games, people probably aren't going to come and watch you if you're sitting on 1 viewer. There are exceptions to that rule, as always, but it's something that you've got to keep in mind. Okay, so I think that was a lot of useful information there. We're gonna go and probably give you the last piece of advice I can easily give you, something that I can say that feels pretty accurate. And that's keep your streams clean. Alright? And maybe try to be a little bit more unique. You can see that I have my Stargate overlay. Now, I want to give you one last example here on streamers in general. And it's something that you just don't get enough innovation of. Box with neons with logo. Box with neons. Box. Box with neons and logo. Box, neon, logo. Do you see the pattern I'm pointing out here, guys? And look, those streamers are a million times bigger than me. And honestly, at their point, they don't have to innovate at all. They just don't, because they are already massive streamers with huge followings. And they're probably, unlike me as a community streamer, they are good at the video games they play. I don't have to be good at the video games I play. That's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be a tryhard. I can't do it. Jesus. Welcome in, Codeine. Thank you for the raid. But yeah, so that it's super important, guys. Those are the tips and tricks that I would give you starting out. And as a little bonus, I give you one more. And that's if you're thinking about starting streaming a game, alright? Let's say you've never streamed before, or you have before but you took a long break. My recommendation to you is to go and find a community that streams the game that you already do. And don't just pick like the biggest one out there. Pick one that is like you will be. So I am a nice guy streamer. I can't be toxic. I've tried. I tried to be hype as well. That's not who I am. So pick a community that is very similar to you and go in there and get to know them. And then when you do start streaming, you know, you can essentially already have some people who might come over and show up. You know, for example, Welshy's going to be streaming soon. He's come in and become a part of my community. So the second he says to me that he is streaming, I will shout him out. I will instantly shout him out. I will go over and I will follow. And, you know, that is an example of why you should get to know people who are already streaming. You should go over and become a part of a community first, because that will help you grow through that beginner stage. But I think we're gonna call it there. I wanted this to be a super short video. Hopefully I can edit it down to be about 10-15 minutes. I don't want it to be super long, and if I waffled a little bit too much or whatever, I'll probably end up cutting that out. But without further ado, guys, my name's Mad Rush. This here's the Madhouse, and you guys are fucking amazing. I hope you have a wonderful day. Have a good one.